Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Chris with RBA News. Sorry. Okay, I couldn't resist. This segment, guys, we're not going to be going over an article. We're just going to see what kind of stuff we find on X. I wanted to see how long it would take for me to find something vile and show you what the left really is. Okay, so I'm just on X looking for Charlie Kirk, and this right away, Eric Daughtry. This demonic student has been expelled from Texas State University after gruesome reaction to Charlie Kirk's death and mocked his supporters on campus. Get the F out. The individual is no longer a student at Texas. Good, good. Watch the video. See? This is the one.
He's not real. He's not real. He's not real. Oh my God.
Like, just disgusting, man. They hate you so much. Yeah, sorry. You're a child.
Come on.
Even the guy recording is like, that's not a, yeah, because it's disgusting. Guess what? He no longer goes there. Good. Good. You don't get to grace those halls with that vile shit. Sorry. Sorry, I shouldn't have cussed. You don't get to disrespect that school and that school not do anything about it. Because if they didn't, guess what? That would automatically mean they support what you're doing. Good. I remember when Dems in Congress kneeled for George Floyd. Yep. George Floyd, who was a criminal, he didn't deserve to die. He didn't deserve to die. Do I think he was murdered? I don't know. I saw the video. I did see him eat the speedball. He could have overdosed. They said they found fentanyl in his system. If he took drugs that were laced with even like a quarter of a grain of rice worth of fentanyl, he's dead. I don't know. That's a messed up situation. Okay, let's see Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel lied to his audience by claiming Charlie Kirk's assassin is MAGA. This is the big lie going around on the left. They can't the less radical but more uniform party toting leftists. They're trying to say, oh, that, like, they see how bad that was and they don't want to own it. So they're trying to say that he was a Republican or a MAGA, which doesn't happen. If two Republicans or people on the right disagree, they disagree, shake hands, and go, I don't think you're right, but cool. The left are the ones who kill. It's very, very obvious, but let's watch this.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction.
Yeah, because he's not just walking around as a miserable mess. He's had several days with him being on film, clearly sad, talking about his friend Charlie Kirk. I'm sure he's still grieving, but you know what? Things still need to get done. But no. So their whole thing is he came from a Christian, well, not even, he came from a Mormon background. So they're saying that automatically makes him MAGA. Again, the ammo, the Discord chats. his tranny boyfriend. He was clearly on the left. How many liberals have come from conservative households? Most of them. The super crazy ones didn't, but they're just compounding liberal crazy. Okay, more Jimmy Kimmel being disgusting. Entire memorial in Freedom Park, South Korea. That's amazing. Entire planet is mourning the loss of him. You can see it, man. It's affected the entire world. And the left are acting like this is another normal event. And so they're like, they're celebrating and they're trying to push this back onto Republicans like it's a normal, event. And by normal, I mean a normal clash between the right and the left. It's not. It's not. This has changed the game. This has completely raised the bar to a whole new level that we don't want to. We want to come back from that. I'm just afraid that we can't. And I'm not afraid that the right's going to do anything. I'm afraid that maybe some radicals on the right will, because that they'll use that to demonize the right as a whole. Whereas on the left, they don't. They don't. Yeah, if somebody on the left, which they do again and again and again, nothing happens. And they just go, they completely disown them. So here, meet Caleb Morris. Here, here he is celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination. He is also pictured wearing a shirt that says "Public Enemy," along with a photo of Trump and a target on his head. He works for Cretex Medical in Minnesota. Okay. This is what we're talking about. This kind of person, yeah, they should get fired. You can't do this. That's incitement. I don't believe your truth. I've been lied to so if you're ready to fight, I'm right beside you. If you don't believe, you don't see what I do. Just open your eyes. The truth's inside you. Okay, I'm sure that's a song lyric. I'm not sure if it's something he wrote. I don't know the song. But I am happy Charlie Kirk was killed. I am happy he is dead. I hope it was terrifying and painful. If that bothers you, then I have never had respect for you, and you can kindly unfriend me. You are a disgusting person, Caleb Morris. And yeah, we'll reach out to your employer for comment. You don't have to listen to his hateful and disgusting dialogues. Opinion anymore. This is so disgusting. This is just so anti-American. It's crazy. This is the left. This is predominantly the left. Oh, so they got it. Yeah, I'll reach out. Yeah. Oh, so it looks. Wait. Do this individual's words and posts reflect your principles and standards? Speech is a freedom he is entitled to, but freedom does not erase accountability. Okay. Thank you for reaching out to Cretex Medical. We have received your concerns and will review them accordingly. If further action is required, we will take action necessary steps within the scope of our policies and applicable laws. We encourage you to learn more about the culture of. Okay, let's see. Thank you for follow-up. The manner in which you respond will tell us what we need to know about the culture of your company. Oh, thank you again for reaching out. The person is no longer employed. Good. Good. You can't be this disgusting and expect the world not to react to it. Charlie Kirk did not say. Coda, hey. Charlie Kirk did not spread hate. You just hated the truth he spread. He was unbeatable in debate. He was. Armed with facts, he had an amazing base of knowledge. Like, he just absorbed everything, gaining ground with brainwashed college youth. Yeah, and they're the reason why they were so against Charlie Kirk and so mad about Charlie Kirk is because he was effective. He was unbrainwashing them. He was making them think critically. We've ripped critical thinking out of schools. It no longer exists in schools. And if you think it does, you're crazy, because it doesn't. Do what they say. Don't think critically. If somebody has a different opinion than you, then they're a Nazi. These are the things that they teach them in college. Charlie Kirk didn't spread hate, man. Like, let's watch this. Okay, so Destiny is one of the worst, and honestly, I believe he should be arrested. I think it is incitement. He's essentially saying, you Republicans deserve to die because, you know, we're not giving up. So let's watch the video with Destiny for just a few seconds. I don't like listening to Destiny because he's just crazy, but I have to. So,
out the crime statistics?
Not exactly like.
You need conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when they go to events so that they look to their leadership to turn down the temperature. The issue is right now, they don't feel like there's any fear. Like, I don't know. It's like memes. It's just memes to everybody, I guess. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't care. I'm playing video games. Okay. I'm done today. I don't give a fuck. God, it's going to be so fucking gay if I get killed in the next fucking 2 months of shit I'm doing. Well, the cuck shit out here. Please don't anybody make any actual fucking, the most cucked, weak-ass, fucking bullshit-ass speeches on my side. God, if it happens, holy shit.
Dude, Destiny is disgusting. Such a vile human, man. He is a weak man who can't enact violence because he's weak, and so he wants others to do it for him. He's pathetic. And that's as much as I'm going to say. I could go on, but I don't want there to be hate in my heart. Praise you, Jesus. Praise you, God. And just like that, oh, it's gone. Boom. Awesome. Love it. Love it. But no, he's saying that conservatives need to be afraid. He's saying conservatives need to be scared. Because he's insane. He's violent, and he's insane. Yeah. Anyone telling you that Charlie Kirk is a racist, his best friend will tell you right here. Officer Tatum.
I've been working with Charlie since 2017. We held the first Black Leadership Summit at the White House for Black conservatives to go. Never has happened in the history of the country. Charlie's idea, the white man you talking about, his idea was to galvanize, and you know who helped us do it? For you suckers out there, you know who helped us do it? We got one black man to donate us money to get all those kids out. We pay every single one of their airfare. We put them up in a hotel, and some of them ain't never been to the White House before. Some of them ain't never put on a dress before. They ain't never had an occasion where they can dress up before. We paid for every one of them to get there. One black man gave 20 grand. Who was helping us raise money to get black people to the White House? White people. The man that stood next to me that would go to fundraiser to fundraiser, the woman that stood next to me to go from fundraiser to fundraiser to tell people about the mission that Charlie Kirk started was number white people. And then you turn around, that man ain't never been racist to me. Charlie ain't got a racist bone in his body. Y'all Negroes don't want to hear the truth from a black man. The funny thing is, you claim that it's bad that people are honoring Charlie Kirk, and he was much better of a man than George Floyd.
Hey. Oh. I mean, Officer Tatum's correct, man. Like, Charlie didn't hate anyone. And if you watch his videos, man, and I don't know if maybe the left sees, like, just disagreeing with somebody as violence. I believe they do. They say words are violence, for crying out loud, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No, they brought, I think there's 300 to 400 African-American children who couldn't afford to fly and stay and visit the Capitol. But Charlie wanted to make sure that they got that experience, and so he did that. And it's the same thing that Terrence, Uncle T was talking about. Charlie Kirk was a racist because he said that Joy Reid only got into Harvard because of affirmative action. 2023, Joy Reid. Let me be clear. I got into Harvard only because of affirmative action.
Well, let me just be clear. I got into Harvard only because of affirmative action. Well, let me just be clear.
Exactly, dude. Because the left doesn't have standards or morals or principles. They will say or do whatever they have to push their cause forward. So if saying affirmative action is good, and the only reason I got my position is because of affirmative action, that's what they're going to say. Because right now, affirmative action is good. And then it's like, oh, as soon as someone says, puts affirmative action in a bad light, like, oh, it's cheating, oh, it's unfair, then they're going to say, oh, how dare you? You're racist saying that we only get our jobs because of affirmative action? No one's saying that. You're saying that. And it's just lies, man. Charlie Kirk pushing racism. This young man did his homework and proved that Charlie Kirk was not a racist, as people in the Democratic Party keep saying. All right, let's
Okay, first up, was Charlie Kirk racist or was he pushing hate when he said the Civil Rights Act was a mistake? Now, I in fact watched several videos, I'm talking several, just to see if everything he said was consistent, if he switched up every now and then, and he didn't. And this is what he said. He said every single time that he agrees on the intent of the Civil Rights Act. Right. He said it numerous times that he supports what it initially was supposed to be intended for.
Right.
And there's plenty of clips of him agreeing with the intent, but if you don't believe me, here's a clip.
Yeah, so it most certainly wasn't a mistake.
Well, of course it was a mistake. The way it was written, the intent was not, though.
Which was obviously the end of racial segregation and the ban of racial discrimination in the workplace. But he said because of the gray areas and the loopholes in the Civil Rights Act, because that was not the only thing, now in 2025, people are pretty much weaponizing the Civil Rights Act to push certain agendas. And that's where he said, yes, it was a mistake. He agrees with the intentions of the Civil Rights Act. But the problem is in 2025, it's not used for its intentions anymore. Now the law is just discrimination in general. They abuse that. They exploit the gray area part of the Civil Rights Act.
And that's 100%. That's 100% true. Charlie wasn't racist. But they'll hear something like, they'll hear what he says, quotes, the Civil Rights Act was a mistake, but they won't listen for the next 30 seconds to hear the intent of the Civil Rights Act was good. But there's too many gray areas and loopholes that are now being abused in 2025. So that's what he was saying. But the left won't hear that. They just won't. Okay. First, the left tried to convince us the man who killed Charlie Kirk was a conservative, and that failed because it's just obvious he's not. Now we're seeing multiple attempts to frame this as some transgender love story. Dude, this is crazy. This is the crazy. Yeah, this is the newest, very hot off the presses thing that people are saying is that because they released the notes and the texts and stuff from the killer and his tranny boyfriend, and it's all just like over the top, like it's from a movie, man. It's just these people don't live in reality, bro. And so now they're trying to like push it as some sort of love story. This is crazy. Let's watch the clip.
A love-torn child, a kid. This is probably his first real relationship, and somebody was disparaging the person that he loved. He said,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But because somebody disparages the person that you love, you don't get the right to shoot them in the neck. That's just my opinion.
Sat on that building for 30 minutes before he took the shot. Why did he wait until the first word trans came up? Then he took the shot.
You think he heard it? He could hear it?
I think he could hear it. I think he also, I don't believe he was motivated politically. I think this was
I don't think he was motivated politically. You just said it was, bro. Like, dude, you just said that it was political. You just said he didn't fire. Am I stupid? Am I missing something? They're saying, oh, he sat on the roof for 30 minutes. Hey, how did no one report him on the roof for 30 minutes if he was sitting on the roof for 30 minutes? I don't even. He was sitting on the roof for Montel Williams, man. Come on, dude. Sitting on the roof for 30 minutes and didn't shoot him until he said transgender, which is a political idea because the right doesn't agree and doesn't believe in it. Just like how it was in the DSM-5, it's a mental illness. Biologically, it's a mental illness. That doesn't mean we hate them. That doesn't mean we want them to suffer. We want to help them, but affirming isn't help. It only gets people killed. Let's continue.
Motivated emotionally.
Guys, the evidence here is overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
He said, Charlie Kirk, I can't stand this hate anymore. I'm going to take him out.
Political.
The testimony from him and the statements of his family, he had become more left-wing.
Political.
He etched the statements that are made by the left about Republicans and conservatives and Charlie Kirk fascist on the bullet casings.
He made a joke about it in his last text.
Well, it doesn't sound like a joke to me because someone's dead and about to be buried.
Well,
so it doesn't sound like a joke to me.
Yes, sorry,
So I'm just telling you, there was an effort all weekend long on the left to try to make this guy sound like he was a conservative. That failed. That was passed around all over the weekend. That has now failed. The evidence has now come out. He was motivated by hate. He was motivated by left-wing radicalism.
Yep.
He got mixed up with some trans ideology in his life. We'll learn more about that, I'm sure, when more evidence and testimony comes out. We are looking around the edges of this for something other than what's staring us in the face. Left-wing radicalism got this kid. He went up to a roof and he murdered our friend, and that's what happened.
That's 100% correct. That's 100% correct. This kid was clearly politically motivated. He was clearly radicalized by the left. But the left lie. They will always lie. That's why when it first happened, there was a boilerplate Democrat response. They were all like, we disavow political violence. No, you don't. You love it. You just have to say that so then people don't look at you and say you caused it. Because then when they do say it, you can go, look, no, I said we don't do the post. We don't agree with violence. Guys, keep doing violence. We don't believe in violence. Kill the Nazis. Like, that's what they keep doing. That's what they keep doing. It's disgusting. All right, Justice. Oh, yeah. If you do not know who Bob Villain is, you're lucky. He's pathetic. He's a loser. He's an anarchist, communist. And he doesn't deserve your pity. He said the British will never get their homeland back, and his visa was removed. Sorry, that's called consequences. He says what he's about to say, and his tour in, I want to say it was Greenland or Iceland, somewhere, Nordic. One of the Nordic countries. Yeah, and that was canceled. You can't just say things and expect people not to listen.
I'm going to dedicate this next one.
Because a higher profile person gives that hate, that vile creed, weight.
To an absolute piece of shit of a human being.
Piece of shit of a human being.
The pronouns were.
It's really funny that the left will make fun of pronouns as if they realize how stupid that is too. See, that's their real face. They let it slip. They don't care about pronouns. That's just useful idiots. Useful idiots. Communists always have to have a very useful idiots.
Because if you talk shit, you will get banged.
So you talk shit, you get banged. They left want to kill you for your speech. Case closed. I think we're done.
Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, you piece of shit.
I don't even know him. I guarantee you this guy's never.
Oh shit!
Like,
I want it better.
if you find it pretty and cool that Bob Villain just got his visa revoked for satanic words about Charlie Kirk, hit the like button. I will hit the like button. Justice.
Talking about a
I will
love-torn child.
Repost it. That kid got let go. Kids went to school board meeting to protest the teacher who. Oh, dude, let's watch this.
I'm Caleb. And I'm Brandon. And as the people of the youth, we've decided to come up and give our perspective on the subject, considering it is our teacher and one of the people that will guide our futures. No matter what anyone says to me, I will never stand for violence, especially of a man who was publicly murdered in front of his wife, one of his children, thousands of students, and other bystanders. Charlie was not a racist, he did not hurt anyone sexually, and he did not kill anyone. Therefore, this was an unjustified cause of death that should never be celebrated. So if you ask me, Charlie's children do not deserve to grow up without their father. Charlie's wife did not deserve to lose her husband. Charlie did not deserve to lose his life because of a different opinion. But this teacher deserves to lose his job.
As civilians and people of our great country, we hold ourselves to a higher standard and to support, or worse yet, rejoice in violence. Someone who advocated for an arrested murderer and assassinator of one of the greatest debaters and free speakers of our time should have no place in the classroom, more so around young children.
As a student of Barrington High, I did not feel comfortable or safe with one of our teachers supporting violence. We believe this world needs God because something as cruel as this should never be celebrated. God bless Charlie Kirk and rest in peace, Mr. Kirk.
Look at him. Crossing their arms. Everyone who claps for a hero, everyone who didn't clap for pathetic, and I wish you get removed from the board. Pathetic. Those kids. Oh, it made me a little emotional. Ooh, I'm getting a little misty over here. I'm immensely proud of those young men. I'm immensely proud of those young men. That took a lot of courage to do that, to stand up there, to give their piece, to advocate for their teachers firing, which they should. You don't get to celebrate violence in front of kids in a classroom. That's disgusting to a degree I don't even have words for. That's more than satanic, in my opinion. Those kids are amazing, man. Oh yeah, and this, I don't remember if you guys remember what happened after the shooting. This guy started saying he shot Charlie Kirk. They arrested him. We all thought he was the shooter, but it didn't seem right. Apparently, after he was arrested, they found child porn on his computer. Like he was already getting a felony obstruction, and then now he's got 4 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor. Good, throw him in prison. I don't care. Charlie Kirk memorials versus BLM memorials. I mean, cities burned. Candlelight vigil. Which one do you want? They're different. Left, right. It's becoming more and more obvious that that's the dichotomy we've got going on. And more people see it, and the left keep losing people because they don't want to be with these crazy people. Meet Aaron Wiggins, a nurse, educator at Winnie Palmer Hospital in Orlando, Florida. After the death of Charlie Kirk, Aaron posted, he was a misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic, bigoted, Nazi, all of the things. And I'm glad he's dead. This woman worked with babies. Absolutely vile. That's disgusting. That's disgusting, bro. Dude, there's so many statues of Charlie Kirk that are being, like, commissioned. I always watched Charlie Kirk's content. And I love Charlie Kirk. I think he's an amazing man, was an amazing man, amazing Christian, amazing father. Just from what I've heard and what I've seen. I just didn't realize so many people loved him like this. And maybe it didn't really click for them until he died. You know, you don't realize what you have until it's gone, kind of thing. But break the kid. Yep. College students across America are setting up tables and having discussions with each other. They are doing it peacefully and respectfully. I think they were going to say in the name of Charlie Kirk, all because of Charlie Kirk. I can't think of a better way of honoring his legacy. This is amazing. This is phenomenal. This is exactly it. We need more of this. And it's better that I'm not saying it's better, but I mean, it's good that it's coming from students. Because then the students are helping each other, and they're going to defend each other against the radical ideology that's pervasive in college. When I was in college, it was everywhere. That's why I decided to just do my college online. I was like, nope, done. I'm going to just do it online. I don't need to be around that. Breaking. Ben Shapiro, Daily Wire, donates $1 million to Turning Point USA to help bring people back to Christ. Weird. For Daily Wire. Bring people back to the church and back to biblical values as Charlie Kirk wanted. Yep.
I know we at Daily Wire, we trust you at TPUSA to do it. I mean, that's really the answer. We're willing to provide, and we are providing any level of material support, any level of support on the program, boots on the ground, helping you to do what Charlie would have wanted to be done here. And I think that the reason that everybody trusted Charlie, the reason we're all mourning Charlie, is because nobody did it better. You spelled out two of Charlie's goals. You said, he wanted to bring people back to Christ and bring people back to church and back to biblical values. And he wanted to keep the MAGA coalition together.
And expand it.
And the question is how you do that. And the answer is you focus on the first, and the second is a byproduct.
Yep.
Okay, the answer is that, as Matt says, you have to unite around something. And yeah, we can unite in the short term around the fact that there are a bunch of people who hate our guts and want to murder us, which of course is true. But long-term unity, big movement change, which is what Charlie was really trying to drive, and why he went to talk to people who disagree, is about building around those core values. And so the long-term vision, we'll have our petty squabbles, and some of those squabbles will be more than petty, but the long-term vision has to be built around those original biblical conservative values that Charlie stood for, things like the Bible, things like free markets, things like family, all those things are things Charlie stood for. You got to build the coalition around values, because we can't build it around the man, but we can build it around the values that he left behind and that he spent his entire life fighting for. And, we couldn't be, frankly, more honored to join you guys as much as we can in the fight.
Thank you for that, and thank you for donating the Daily Wire $1 million. Breaking news on this show. Thank you guys for honoring Charlie so well today. God bless you.
That's huge. That is huge. That's huge, man. And a lot more of that keeps happening, and I think it's a good thing. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. And guys, I'm doing this episode's mainly just to kind of like talk about Charlie, defend Charlie, his memory, and expose the left for their vileness. So, I meme, therefore I am. I don't know if I'm Hey, I'm there now. I am. Meet Titania Vasquez. She believes that anyone who participated in the vigil for Charlie Kirk in Florida deserves to be killed. This is the left. This is why people are getting fired. Vasquez has since made her social media accounts private. Let's see. Tanya Vasquez, Las Vegas, Nevada. She looks like a leftist. The dreads, the big old ear holes. Can someone drop a bomb on them, please? Like, kill them all. Huh? When did it become okay to just advocate for violence? Like, when did that become a thing that we were, like, cool with? Because I don't remember that happening. I don't remember us agreeing that we should just be violent and disgusting and nasty. Jamie Lee Curtis, a rabid lefty BLM LGBTQ advocate, is now a conservative racist for not celebrating the murder of Charlie Kirk. This is why the left is a cult. How many times, and don't take my opinion for it, don't take my word for it, but how many times have you seen the right disagree with each other, fight each other, argue? Like, for instance, about Trump and the Epstein files. One side think that it's weird that he's not releasing them, or that they're not releasing everything. Other side is saying, hey, dude, Joe Biden was in office. Do you think that they didn't get rid of things of the 4 years? Like, so they disagree, but they don't hate each other and ostracize and throw each other out. The left does. If you don't agree with 100% of the groupthink, you must be ostracized. You must be kicked out. You must be destroyed. That's the left. So Jamie Curtis, if you didn't know, she did an interview and she was crying. She was like, dude, I feel bad for his wife and kids. That's a human reaction. I feel bad for his wife and kids. And for this, the left is calling her a Nazi. Oh, a Zionist, a pedophile, and now a conservative racist. I have never heard of either of, like, when like, I know she's all for LGBTQ and has an LGBTQ child, I believe, but what? Poppy. I'm not pop bass. What? Beyond parody. That's crazy. Update. Professor Farhana Sultana, Syracuse University, has just locked her X account. I will not rest until this coward is fired. And we will be reaching out to the university for comment. Thank you. Keep it up, Patriots. Okay. Every time you see a liberal or legacy media outlet claim Charlie Kirk was racist, then send them this. Charlie Kirk aspired to live in a world where people are colorblind and judge people on their actions and the content of their character as we should, which is which is what Martin Luther King and the people in the 60s fought for. But the left just abuses that memory hard.
Probably for the sake of myself, I really do appreciate the ability to debate with you, man.
I want you to think about what I asked you.
Okay, you mind if I have a hat?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Great points. I would say that I am with you for the idea of a colorblind society. I think it's a bit of a farce to say that colorblind society is something we should aspire to, but I think it's a farce to think that it doesn't exist, that race doesn't play a factor. I totally agree.
Okay. Yeah, you're black, but it doesn't matter. It's not the most important thing. Instead, it's, are you a good person? How do you act? How do you treat other people? Are you a Christian? Like, what is your worldview? I want to get back to that. Of course, we're still going to see differences, but I want to de-emphasize them to a place where we look at each other as fellow human beings and fellow American citizens. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, can I get a hat from my buddy?
Absolutely.
Can I have my buddy?
He signs it and that's amazing.
Thank you, guys.
Thankfully, I was raised away from all that, 2 loving parents.
And that's the greatest thing that you are, one of the, if not the greatest. And that's my hope for every child, black, white, or Asian, to have 2 parents. That is a ticket to success. Please continue. But here's something I will encourage you to do as a Christian. Care less about people's shared racial experience, and look at them instead of just as their soul, as God made them. We should try to strive towards a blinder race nation, not one that talks about skin color all the time.
I agree 100%.
And I think, where's my brother up here? Where's my man? Look at him. You got to come up here. Come up here. Come up here. Come up here. Get over the gate. Come over the gate. Look at this guy here. Look at this. Yeah. Right to the mic.
You stand for me, we good.
Wait, I only stand up for white. Is that a white man? Can you look at him, please? Look at him. Is that a white man? Is that a white man? You said I only stand up for white men. He's got dreads. Instead of just looking at everything in the past that's wrong and bad through a victim lens, say, you know what?
It's still going on. Okay.
One sec. Say, you know what? I'm an American, and I'm going to use my mental energy to say, despite all of that, I get to succeed and flourish and prosper as a black American at the University of Tennessee. You are a living embodiment, Gigi, that you can still succeed as a black individual. Because I look at you not as a black guy, but as a human being made in the image of God, and I want to know what you bring to the table. Are you good at the job?
Yes, and that's accurate. Like, it takes a very low IQ person, a very small mental capacity to hear something like DEI bad and automatically go racist. Instead of hearing the actual argument, not just the clickbait title, because that's what that is when you hear it. It's like, okay, well, let's dig in. What do you mean by that? Okay, Charlie Kirk says, I don't think we should value someone's skin color over their ability to do whatever the job is. We used to know this. We used to understand this. But not anymore. Why? All Charlie Kirk ever said was, let's not focus on skin color. I love you for who you are. You are made in the image of God. That's all he ever said. But that we shouldn't hire based on skin color. That's crazy. And update 3, courageous Princeton students ask for teacher Ben Philo to be fired. Yep. No, we saw that. And I hope he does. Legendary artist Vanessa Guarbiena, I don't know how to pronounce that, just released a beautiful montage of her painting a magnificent painting for Charlie, and it's beautiful. Only you. I can't listen to the music, unfortunately. Oh, wow, already it's beautiful. It has been really warming my heart to see so many people reacting in a normal human fashion. Like, there's a lot of people who are like pushing his message who never would have before. Oh, I don't know. It made me very emotional. And people coming out of the woodwork who wouldn't have normally talked publicly about what they believe and come out to defend Charlie now that he can't defend himself. Because that's what it's about. We're here to defend the memory of this great man. Oh, that's a beautiful painting. I did see that picture of that painting. I just didn't realize that was the same painting. This is Charlie Kirk's pastor. Let's read it. Charlie Kirk was my friend, and I was his pastor. I want to simply say this regarding Candace Owens. Charlie Kirk was a friend to Candace and never publicly spoke poorly of her, though he disagreed with her. He never operated nor entertained gossip or innuendo concerning Candace. My only comment I offer regarding Candace is this. I only wish at this tragic time of mourning she would be the friend to Charlie that he was to her. He would never have treated Candace or her family in such a way had God forbid this tragedy of hers, or if this tragedy had been hers. A friend loves at all times. Proverbs 17:17. Yeah, I don't know what everyone. Okay, so I heard about Candace, and like Ian Carroll. They're trying to say that it's like the Jews who killed Charlie. Bro, you guys are too close. You are too close to it, man. Everything is colored in Israel now because you just can't get away from it. Israel didn't kill him. No, they didn't. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The mountain of evidence proves that that's not true. Sure, you can. I think that more than just one. I think the Discord messages and everything show that there is more to this, and the fact that an overwhelming number of transsexual people posted the day before or a couple days before Charlie showed up at the school that Charlie was going to be shot that day, like they had foreknowledge. And sure, I'm sure some of them are just people being disgusting humans and wishing for it, but there were some actual people who are in the same community as the shooter and his boyfriend. So I do think that there are more people involved. I don't think it's Israel. And apparently, I haven't watched Candace's most recent couple videos, but I'm assuming that she's just saying Israel did it. And it's like, okay, well, no, but I don't know about vile, anything else that she said. So I'll have to watch her videos and maybe we can do a video on it. But meet Lawrence Larry Auliot. I don't know how to pronounce that. He's the president of SFM Mortgage in Breckenridge, Colorado. Kirk received what he deserved. After reading hundreds of these, I still can't believe people think Charlie deserved his, insane. We have each. Lawyer comment. Right at 48 minutes. We'll be reaching out. I'm going to repost. Business owner put out a disgusting post about Charlie Kirk on the internet. So this man decided to put the post on a banner and put it outside the man's business. Yo, that's
hospital in Oklahoma. They got the rainbow up there. Gentle care. Gentle care is what they're supposed to be all about. Gentle care. And yet the owner of this animal hospital tweeted something, and this young man put it right here in the parking lot in the open field right next to the animal hospital, so that everybody that brings their dogs or cats to this vet or even drives by can see this. You got to see what this young man Devin did. Look at this. This is the actual tweet of the owner of this place. Gentle Care Animal Hospital. Charlie Kirk, right-wing, stupid F, MAGA activist, shot unalived in Utah campus. He's only the first. Are you freaking kidding me?
That's a call to violence.
Could we actually be getting smart and culling the sick ones? Oh gosh, I want to offer his family my thoughts and prayers with the middle finger.
Yeah, this person
Yeah, that's what this guy, Christopher Rispoli, the owner of that place, Gentle Care Animal Hospital, has said. So, I saw that, and I said I need to come down here and meet the man that put this together, and it's Devin, right?
Yes.
Devin put this together. Devin, you saw this pretty disgusting tweet from the owner of this place.
Did.
And you did something about it.
Did.
No violence, people. But more of this. This is awesome. This is amazing. They say such vile things. Let's plaster it everywhere so everyone can see.
Why'd you do?
If you don't get business, maybe that's not the right thing to do, buddy. Right thing to say.
I felt it needed done. Yep. Somebody had to do it, and rather than talk about it, I just did it.
And when I first came up and asked you about it, you said something about free speech. You said it perfectly. I want you to share what you said.
Free speech is free, but it does still have consequences.
Boom! There is consequences. You own a business supposed to be taking care of people's pets, and you're glorifying and promoting the murder of one of my friends. Charlie was my friend. I've known him for 10 years. It's disgusting. He was a human being. He was a father. He was a husband.
Yep. And you know what? I hope they don't get any business. Like, no remorse on that one. We need more of this. Yep. Owner's poor apology. Oh, yeah. Okay. So yesterday I was in a real bad down headspace. I'm sorry. That doesn't excuse your behavior. You're not a child. We're not going to baby you. You're an adult male. Make better choices. Headspace and saw yet another politician was. He's not a politician. You dense mofo. He wasn't a politician. He was a man speaking. I pasted my immediate feelings instead of giving the normal 24 hours. So instead of giving the normal 24 hours, guys, I only made this comment because, I just slept weird. And like all of a sudden just woke up and wanted to kill people. Oh my God. Not my fault. No, it is your fault. It's your fault. That's not your immediate reaction. You still feel that way. You just are really ashamed. And you didn't realize that everyone was over this kind of shit. If anyone cares, I am not happy about another shooting. However, this gentleman, so the however changes everything you just said. It makes it null and void. However, this gentleman, along with other right-wing extremist influencers, have been inciting violence for years. How? What did Charlie Kirk do to incite violence? Have been inciting violence for years. Kirk is neither a martyr, yes he is, or a hero, yes he is. I am also not happy for his wife or daughter, and like the right-wing extremists, I was sending only thoughts and prayers just like they send the families of school shooters. You're an idiot. Explain, go viral. This apology is from the heart. Don't care. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about their not apology. I don't really care about that. It's not. It means nothing. Free speech often finds its limits not an offense, but incitement to violence or clear defamation. Boom. This guy knows it. Free speech often finds its limits not in offense. You don't have the right not to be offended. Period. You don't have a right not to be offended. That's not a right. It's a cost for free speech that sometimes you get offended. Boom. While the MAGA echo, While the MAGA echo Chambers' toxic rhetoric and refuse to enact basic gun control, see, they always want to just take away the guns of people who would never do something like this. Please fail. Their hero, career criminal, dead from a drug overdose. The toxicology report even backed that up. 30 plus people killed in the riots. 2,000 plus people injured in the riots. 10,000 plus riots/protests. 140 plus cities burned. Charlie Kirk, man of God, dead for speaking the truth. 0 people killed other than himself from a leftist. 0 people injured. 0 riots. 0 protests. 0 cities burned. We are not the same. Asked a guy if he was registered to vote. He answered, "We are Charlie Kirk." Found out he was still registered Democrat and helped him get switched to Republican. -1 Democrat +2 Republican. And this needs to keep happening. We need to do what Scott Pressler did. We need to use use him as a guide, and we need to push for more people switching out of the Democrat Party. People are realizing the Democrat Party is and always has been, outside of some very notable exceptions, hateful, destructive, vile. And then once communism became a thing, merged with communism, it's basically one and the same now. Fatima Payman mocked the death of Charlie Kirk. Isn't just vile, it's revealing. Then the mask slips. This is what the left shows us. No compassion, no decency, no contempt. And yet they lecture the rest of us about unity and respect. Yeah, that's it. And I don't need to watch it. We're basically done with this segment. We can watch this right here.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk got shot and he's RIP. Whatever you want RIP to stand for. Some people will say it's not peace, so fill in the blanks, people.
Disgusting. She is a disgusting human. You can tell in those eyes there's no soul. Like, I'm sorry. That's just disgusting. Driver for LabCorp, he posted, "Fuck Charlie Kirk and everyone that thinks like him," which is fit more than half of the country, bud. "The world will be a better place without racist pieces of shit like him." He wasn't racist. Okay. Looking at the woman who funded the Trantifa terror cell who killed Charlie Kirk on stage with Elizabeth Warren. Don't ever let mainstream Democrats claim they didn't play a role in this assassination. This is more than true. Yep, the Democrats called for violence, they called for hate, they called for division, and they've been doing it for a decade, over a decade, and it's only been increasing in intensity, and it's vile, it is evil, we shouldn't stand for it, and we need to make sure that they don't get away with it. No, we need to make sure that every Democrat loses every election from here until the heat death of the universe, or until Jesus comes back and saves us. They can no longer exist as a party. So, Las Vegas teacher Joe Sedelic of, I don't know, Rogich Middle School has been given police security instead of being fired after posting that he watched the video of Charlie Kirk's assassination 50 times, loving every second of it. They keep radicalizing. They know. They're doing. Yeah, they know what they're doing. And they'll always, and like, and when people say they let the mask slip, that means that they showed who they truly were. That showed who they truly are. And now we know. People, wake up. Get your kids out of these schools. If there is a teacher that posted anything like this, get your kids out. It would serve you and your life better. Your kid's not being taught by these people. They're going to turn your kid against you, and they're going to make your kid do drastic things that's going to ruin their life. Don't chance it. Do not chance it. Charlie Kirk was 31 years old. This is no doubt. Sorry. Charlie Kirk was 31 years old. There is no doubt he would one day have been one of our most profoundly qualified candidates for president. True. Charlie Kirk was destined to become president. If he didn't die, he would have eventually. I'd vote for him. I would have. Of the United States. The unrelenting hatred spewed by Democrats took his life, and the possibility of a great president for all of us. Amen. My name is Faith Merrill. I am 19 years old. I am a Christian conservative because of Charlie Kirk. I will pick up the bloody microphone. I am Charlie Kirk. I support that. Everyone support that. Follow. I will follow you, Faith. University of Tennessee just announced termination proceedings have begun for Professor Tamar Sharinian. She's a queer anthropology professor who posted extremely hateful comments on Facebook celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination. The world is better off without him in it. Even those who are claiming to be sad for his wife and kids, like his kids are better off living in a world without a disgusting psychopath like him and his wife. Well, she's a sick for marrying him, so I don't care about her feelings. This is disgusting, you freak. You are a freak. This is disgusting. You clearly you're so lazy. This professor is so fucking lazy that she can't even take 5 minutes to watch some videos about Charlie Kirk to maybe see if what she's about to spew all over the internet for us to unfortunately take in is even correct. Find me a clip of him spewing something hateful. And no, disagreeing with you on your opinion is not hateful. You fucking loons. A resolution was just filed to designate October 14th, 2025 as National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. I'm for it. I'm for it, man. Scott is playing a dangerous game. You go after people's livelihoods, some crazy will do something to this guy. Scott better watch his back or he will be joining his friend. This is that's incitement, brother. There could be something. Let's see. Anyone find his employer? Yep. Okay. Yeah, don't, like that I think someone in the comments just said, don't let that be. When they tell you who they are, listen. That's it. When they tell you who they are, listen. This person maybe isn't capable of such violence, but how much more would they need to be that, to get to that point? You know what I'm saying? This person's clearly filled with hate and is disgusting and vile. And he's playing, oh, wouldn't someone get rid of that priest? That's what they're doing. They want Scott dead. Oh, and now they've painted the rock with BLM. It's so stupid. So stupid. They believe he's like some white icon. He's not. He's just a guy. He just happened to be white. Okay. Clown world. Breaking. Matthew Huang, New Jersey doctor that celebrated Charlie Kirk's assassination, resigned from Inglewood Hospital as you deserve. You did this. Your calls, posts, and voices have been heard. Heck yeah. NJ surgeon who cheered Charlie Kirk's murder resigns and suspended a nurse. Yep, that's what you deserve. Sorry. This is the most crazy thing I've seen. I saw. Okay, not the crazy. It's hyperbolic. But listen to what this reporter says.
We have seen an alleged murder with such specific text messages about the alleged murder weapon, where it was hidden, how it was placed, what was on it, but also it was very touching in a way that I think many of us didn't expect. A very intimate portrait into this relationship between the suspect's roommate and the suspect himself, with him repeatedly calling his roommate who is transitioning, calling him my love, and I want to protect you, my love.
Protect you from what? Birdie words? He's never going to be able to succeed, especially now that he's most likely going to die. I'm not sorry about that. He did it himself. Actions have reactions. I'm protecting you, my love. Disgusting. Disgusting. Very touching. That's how the ABC reporter described the text messages between Charlie Assassin and his transgender boyfriend while discussing the weapons he used. Him repeatedly calling his roommate, who is transitioning, my love, and I want to protect you. And they keep saying that he was in a relationship with this person. Just ended thousands of students. Yep, Christ is king, baby. Give a thumbs up if you were standing with them. I do. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it, guys. The left is disgusting. You can see it just from their reactions. Even some of the most tepid, milk toast reactions have some level of sarcasm to them, or just, and don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people on the left that are truly saying, "Hey, this is a travesty. This shouldn't have happened." And for those people who say, "Hey, thank you for being a human. Thank you for understanding that we can have differences, we can debate, but that doesn't mean we die. That doesn't mean we get to die for it." Those words, I don't care what they are. Unless you're inciting violence, you have the right to say whatever you want. Of violence and defamation. You can say whatever you want. But when you spew vile, vitriolic BS, don't be surprised if we're going to call you out on it. Don't be surprised if the people that you work with don't want to be around it, and so they fire you. Don't be surprised, because you're the radical. You're crazy. You're the one who's so filled with hate. And I'm praying for you. I pray that you find peace. I pray that you find God if you are one of those people. I don't wish for anyone's death. I don't wish for violence. None of that. I just wish we would be better people. I wish we would come back to God. And I just to close this segment out. This one wasn't really a planned segment. I just kept seeing things online, and I really wanted to highlight that in an episode. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way through, thank you. Please comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear your opinion. I want to have a dialogue. Look, if you're on the left and you didn't like Charlie, but you're sad that he's dead, let us know. I want to talk. I would love to have a debate. I would love to continue that energy that Charlie gave us all. And I want it to grow. So thank you for watching. And Christ is King. Good night.